Welcome to Azor, the Lawbringer. As far as our opening hand goes, yeah, I like it. We're going to go and keep on this one. We have Dragon Lord Ojutai in the hand. We have 3 lands and Mind Stone, Tameo to start working. We don't have double blue, though, so hopefully we kind of get lucky with that. There we go. Let's get Azor back up. And then let's go and lead off with the... we're just going to lead off the Port Town and reveal the planes from our hand. Then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. We're playing Azor Banhammer, the official Lawbringer of Magic. Flying. Whenever Azor enters the battlefield, each opponent can't cast instant or sorcery spells during that player's next turn. And then whenever Azor attacks, you may pay Sphinx Rev. If you do, gain X life and you draw X cards. I'm going to cover Mina and Denn in just a second. So, see what we're drawn to Prairie Stream. Let's go ahead and get down the... We'll go get the planes down. Let's go and go for the Mind Stone. You know, if we wanted to go for... we'll get the Prairie Stream down next turn. That will be online for Counterspell. Then we can start going from there. Kick the turn over. Playing against Mina and Denn, Wildborn. You may play an additional land on each of your turns, and then for green and a red, return a land you control to its owner's hand. Target creature gains trample until end of turn. Now, as far as Azor goes, if you missed the deck tag, this is pretty much... you know, when I was thinking about building Azor, there's a couple different routes I wanted to go. I wanted to go like blue-white flyers or maybe blue-white flicker, enter the battlefield style creatures. But I ended up just kind of settling into more of a traditional blue-white control shell. Let's go and put down the Prairie Stream, enter the battlefield tapped. That will be online for Counterspell, or if you simply want to go for Tameo or Azor, the turn after that, and anything else, we'll go and pass the turn. We are online for negate, so let's say our opponent is holding up a Cultivator or Kodama's Reach or something like that. We'll be able to kind of counter that spell. But yeah, as far as the actual deck itself, just ended up going with the traditional blue-white control style shell. One of the things that we do have in here that is a little bit different than a regular Commander is that we're running the Personal Tutor, Entreat the Angels, and Opponent's going to go for level up on the Tree Speaker. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, running Entreat the Angels and Terminus in here, and we can use that little line of play to kind of get a little... Opponent's going to go for Abzan Beastmaster. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card if you control the creator or time for the greatest toughness. Yeah, that's fine. Not going to counter that one. Now, as far as tapping down a creature, if we want to, we can actually plus up on Tameo, tap down the Abzan Beastmaster. Let's go and get down the Marsh Flats. But more that I think about it, I kind of like going Dragon Lord Ojutai and then following up with Azor the Lawbringer. I think that sounds pretty good. Let's go and crack the Marsh Flats. They really haven't got anything outside that crazy. We're just looking at a Tree Speaker and the Abzan. Let's go and grab the Tundra. Let's go for tap out for Dragon Lord Ojutai. And another thing is, I really wanted to play with Dragon Lord Ojutai. That's another... I wanted to have a shell to get... Oh, there we go. Let's get the graveyard popped up. I realized I didn't have my graveyard popped up. That's why. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. There we go. Anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. But yeah, I love Dragon Lord Ojutai. It's a lot of fun. With Dragon Lord Ojutai, it's going to have Hexproof as long as it's untapped. And then whenever it deals combat damage to a player, we get to go look at the top 3 cards of our library, put one in our hand, the rest on the bottom of our library in any order. So it's going to allow us to start swinging at our opponent at the same time getting a little bit of card advantage. And in fact, we're actually online with the colored mana to get down Azor the Lawbringer. So I'm probably going to go and get down Azor next turn. We'll swing in with Dragon Lord Ojutai first, just to kind of see what we want to get into. But outside of that, it's pretty good. Yeah, so running the Personal Tutor and Treat the Angels Terminus combo. Outside of that, we're running Wrath of God, Fumigate. Another big kind of flyer creature that we do have is going to be Archangel of Thune, which works really great with Azor's, gain life, draw some cards ability. And then our opponent's going to go for Tireless Tracker. We are running a lot of board wipes in here too, so if things get a little bit too crazy on our opponent's side of the board, hopefully we can kind of dig into that and then kind of reset the board state and kind of go from there. Opponent's going to be tapping out for Cultivate. All right, that's fine. Put 2 basic lands onto the battlefield. All right, they're going to get that trigger from Tireless Tracker. Man, Tireless Tracker is such a good card. Whenever they released it, I was like, yeah, that might be kind of good in whatever deck I wanted to put it into. And then now that I have ample time to play with it, it's the real deal. Tireless Tracker. And it's starting to make a splash in Modern just a little bit, so that's kind of cool to see that happening. Mystic Confluence. Okay, let's go and get the planes down. Let's go and swing a Dragon Lord Ojutai. Our opponent doesn't have any sort of reach out there, so we're going to at least be able to get in for 5. And then let's see what kind of the top 3 cards of our library holds for us. And then we'll probably end up tapping out for Azor the Lawbringer. All right. Swinging it for 5. It's going to put him down to 25. We'll get that trigger. And Dragon Lord Ojutai is going to lose that Hexproof once it's tapped. But we'll be okay on that one. Cyclonic Rift or Ancient Tomb. Let's go ahead and grab Cyclonic Rift. I think I like that. Yeah, let's grab Cyclonic Rift. Let's go into the hands, put those on the bottom in any order. And let's go ahead and tap out for Azor the Lawbringer. I feel like we can actually race this a little bit quicker in the air. You know, we're looking at 11 swinging across. We're looking at double blue, double white, and then any certain mana color, we'll get down Azor the Lawbringer. Now, once it comes down, it will make sure they can't cast instant or sorcery spells next turn. So it kind of puts our opponent in a spot where they're probably going to have to end up tapping out for Mina and Den getting that down. If they had any sort of ramp or sort of removal they were going to use for Azor, at least it's going to allow us to untap with a Mystic Confluence and Negate and Counterspell backup to kind of keep them from taking care of us. But yes, if you saw my video, if you're a big control person, I had Sister Linda come out recently, and I played against Tygam, the black-blue Tygam, and my opponent just... It was like a 40-minute video, and my opponent, man, is just counterspells for days. So if you're a blue-black control mage at heart, you would definitely really enjoy the suffering that I went through with that deck. But not necessarily suffering. It was just more kind of one of those, man, they just, every time we tried to do something, they had a counterspell. And it doesn't make you mad or anything. It was just, I was like, dang, all right, man, you've got this one. You got this one on lockdown. Okay, opponent's going to tap out for Sad Robot, get that down, get that extra landfall off Tireless Tracker. But you can see how much work Tireless Tracker gets down. You know, they're getting those extra lands onto the battlefield. Sad Robot's going to put a land on the battlefield. They see another clue token. And it really helps, you know, if you are playing green, green has gotten a lot better about card draw. But if you're running any sort of green deck, you'd almost want to run Tireless Tracker in there. Simply just for the added benefit of just getting those clue tokens. Because, if you ended the turn, if you are playing a ramp deck, you can tap out and start to draw a bunch of cards. Okay, so you're drawn to Azorius Charm. So as far as this swinging in, we're going to be able to swing in for 11. It's going to put them down to 14. We've got 3, 6, we've got 10. We've got in the neighborhood of, that's going to be a few additional counters on there too. So we've got a pretty good thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if we can't make the land drop. Let's go and swing in first. I don't think we really want a Cyclonic Rift. I mean, I don't think we really want a Sphinx Rev off the Azor the Lawbringer. We'll be okay with just getting in with Dragonlord Ojutai on this one. Not going to pay for that, no. Might need to leave up Cyclonic Rift. Alright, so swinging in for 11. We'll get that Dragonlord Ojutai trigger coming down too. At this point, we're just basically looking for a lane drop. Homeward Path, that's perfect. We'll grab that and put those on the bottom in any order. Okay, let's go and get Homeward Path down. And then that's going to be, just a double check, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that'll be exactly 7. So let's just go and pass the turn to our opponent. We're going to be able to swing in for 11 next turn. We're already at 6 total commander damage from Azor. And that's the fun thing about Azor is that, you know, there's different ways you can go with Azor. But as far as just building a blue-white control deck, it gives you a great flyer in the air. I played a game earlier. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording. But I played a game earlier where I just... I got really lucky with the Frantic Search untapping an Ancient Tomb. We got down Azor on turn 4. And then next thing you know, just put our opponent in a spot to where we're going to be able to deal that commander damage in the air. So it's definitely having a 6/6 flyer. It really helps you kind of push your game plan. All right, opponent's going to be tapping out. It's going to be 2 mana. Target creature gains trample. Okay. We'll see what they're going to send in. If it gets really kind of nasty, what we may end up doing is going for the Cyclonic Rift. You know, if they do tap out for something like a big Genesis Wave or something, we still have Mystic Confluence or really any sort of the counterspell packages in our hand. Let's go and let them kind of crack some of these clue tokens real quick. Okay, with all those clue token cracks, we're looking at an 8/7 Tireless Tracker. That's going to be 5 from the Scut Mob. That's going to be... Yeah, I think we like going for Cyclonic Rift on this one. They can get in, but simply them being tapped out on mana, we're going to be A-okay with this one. Ugh. It's been a long time since I get to cast an overloaded Cyclonic Rift, bouncing it back to the hand. And I know our opponent's sitting there like, man, they're sitting there open with 7 mana. I know something. All right, opponent's going to scoop it up. Yeah, so we have 11 in the air coming across the next turn. Puts them down to 3. We're going to be able to send everything back to the hand. They're going to have to spend a lot of time recasting all of the creatures, but that's going to give us more than enough time to swing in with either Azor or Dragonlord Ojutai to go ahead and close the game out from there. But if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.